Basing your miniatures well is incredibly important in miniature painting, as it establishes the world the model lives in and can also really help tie a unit or army together. In this video, I'm going to show you how I base the majority of my miniatures, but also give you a few hints and tips to add a little visual interest to the bases of your projects. If you like this video, please let me know. This style of basing can be painted in a variety of ways too, so be sure to subscribe and ring a bell to see a few of them in my next video. First, I always work out what I'm going to do with my mini. If it isn't going to be stuck to the base while painting, I either keep it blue tacked, mark it with paint, or score around where the feet will be positioned. I do this to keep a nice flat surface and give my mini the best adhesion to the base once the project is complete. I'm going to ignore it for this video though, as I have no future plans for these bases. I use a variety of materials when basing my miniatures, and more often than not, will use several on a single base. I do this to give a variety of textures and to make things look more natural. In my hobby supplies, I keep a small stack of plastic tubs, each with different basing materials that I enjoy. I normally stick items of interest to the base first of all. In most cases, this will be something very simple, like rocks made of clay, clumping cat litter, or cork. But on an occasional base, I take items from my bits box or make something a little special out of other crafting materials. The rest of the space I have left on the base is then filled with differing textures. I normally start with bits of ground cork or bicarbonate of soda that can be sealed to the base by sprinkling them over a healthy smear of superglue. From here, I like to apply some texture paste to the base. This can be applied quite thickly and easily manipulated with a toothpick. Here, I am using Vallejo ground texture rough white pumice. This stuff dries pretty solid, and I have found you can even wedge in an occasional cat litter rock to create the illusion of piles of debris too. I like to build the stuff a little higher than I would with normal sand, mainly to stop the base from looking overly flat. Once the texture paste is dry, I finish the base by watering down some PVA glue and use an old brush to apply the mixture to any space I have left. I tend to use quite a fine brush for this to get in as many small gaps as possible. Before the glue dries, I gently dip it into my magic mix of sand or sprinkle it over the glue. Mine is a mix of stuff I've come across over the years and has lots of small rocks and bits in there. If you struggle to find something with a variety of grain, I would recommend getting whatever you can and mixing in some coarser sand, like those intended for aquariums. When everything is dry, just blow and brush off anything that hasn't glued down firmly and your base is ready for painting. But that's it for this video. I'm going to show you 3 different ways to paint these in the next video, each to simulate a different environment, so be sure to check that out when it's available. How do you build your bases? If you do anything differently or have anything to add, let me know in the comments. If you have any suggestions for future content, I would love to hear from you too. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you really like this video and wanted to support me making future videos directly, you can find links to Ko-fi and Patreon down below. If not, there is also a link to my Amazon page too. It is packed with products that I recommend, including the texture paste I used in this video. Starting your next hobby spree there doesn't cost you an extra penny, but makes a big difference for me. Thanks for watching, enjoy your hobby, and I'll see you next time. Take care, bye bye.